Today we're on the road for our latest hidden gem here at East Tennessee Distillery in Piney Flats, and I'm joined by the man who started it all. It is Neil Tiny Roberson. Thanks for having us out here today, Tiny.
Thank you, Chris, for coming.
All right, let's talk about we're here in the still house right now. You got your still running back here right now?
Yes, sir.
Talk to us. Let's get a little history here. Let's get a little history lesson on East Tennessee Distillery. How did you come up with the idea? How did it get started?
Okay, well, back in the day, I had a drinking problem, okay? Really did. And I could go to a bar, spend a lot of money, or just go to an outing and drink a lot and leave sober. Not a bad thing, but you kind of wonder why you're doing this, right? So I thought to myself, I think I could do this better, quicker, and easier, right? Well, it's against the law to make alcohol, so you have to start out with beer and wine, right? Well, as I was doing this, Tennessee changed the law in 2009, so I said, hey, well, let's do this, right? So I got some friends together, came out here, and just jumped in the water feet first and having no idea of what to expect, right? But we got everybody together, a lot of sweat equity, a lot of time. There's 4 or 5, 6 of us.
Hard work.
Hard work. And I was working at Eastman's at the time and doing 2 jobs, and everybody that was here with us, Dorothy, Dave, all them, they would give 100%, and we finally, in 2011, we formed a company. And in 2012, we got legal to make alcohol at the state and federal level. And we've been producing alcohol ever since.
And I was going to ask you, one thing I read about you were in the Navy.
I was.
And you learned how to distill seawater into drinkable water. That was one of your jobs there.
Yes, when I was in the Navy, on my first boat, I was a boiler technician. And that's how I learned how heat transfer and fluid flow and how boilers operate. On the second boat, my job was to run the ship's distillation units. And at the time, I really didn't fully understand what was going on. Still young and stupid, but not that much smarter, But
with experience comes knowledge.
Absolutely. So I ran the ship's evaporator units, and we would make fresh water from salt water. And of course, they were big units too. They would probably, 2 of them would fit in this whole facility right here. And they'd make 30, 40,000 gallons of fresh water in an 8-hour period, But that's where I learned distillation using steam and everything. So it was only a little bit later in life when I got more calm and level-headed that I was able to apply the two, because whenever you distill alcohol, that's essentially what you're doing, And from there, it was just a little leap. And
your Navy experience was there, and then you came home and you put it all together, and you've made a good business for yourself here.
Yes, we have. We've been in business since 2011, which is roughly 8 years, and we have sales in 9 states. So if you told me that many years ago that we'd be here, I'd have told you it's crazy.
Well, let's take a look back here. You got your still, you got the mash and everything going back here, and these big 1,500 gallon storage units back here. Talk us through this process, if you would.
Well, what we do is we take sugar and corn, and we'll mix it up in that silver container with the funnel on top. We just call the mixer. All right. Once the sugar gets dissolved and the corn gets mixed, we'll take and pump it to one of those big 1,500 gallon tanks. They're BFTs, big fermentation tanks. Once we get them full, we take and pitch the yeast. All right, now if we're lucky and the temperature and everything is good, 1 to 3 weeks later, we'll have a wash of 14 to 18% alcohol by volume. We call that distiller's beer. All right. You can drink it, it don't taste bad, but it's probably going to give you a hangover because there's still a little methanol in it. All right, once it ferments, we'll take it and we'll pump it to 1 to 2 stills. We have Beulah, which is 60 gallons. She's a small one. And then we have Susie, which is the large one. She's 285 gallons. Now these are reflux stills or column stills. There's several different types. The cool thing about these is we built these.
And from here, where does it go from here? Once it's distilled, you pump it somewhere else. And where do you put flavoring and things of that nature in?
Once we get the distilled alcohol off, it comes off about 180, 185 proof. We'll store that in that bulk container right there. We try not to store much of it because I love to have it in and out as quick as possible. But we'll take it here, then we'll proof it down to 1 to 2 proofs with filtered water, 100 proof and 150 proof. The 100 proof is also the base for all of our flavors. So whenever we're making up caramel, apple pie, or whatever, we'll take so much flavor, so much 100 proof, mix it together in a barrel, and that becomes what we bottle.
All right. Well, you got a store out here. If people can come by and taste your product. Let's step over there and talk more about the product and the flavors and everything you have here.
All right, sure.
All right. Tiny, we're over here on the retail side of things now. We've got production where we're at over here. You got retail over here. You got a lot of folks that come in here and want to try your product, don't you?
We have folks come from all over the country to try our products. Like I said, we had people from different countries even come in here. We made the newspaper in one country, and they sent us a copy of it. Yeah. But I can't read it, but it's just kind of cool to see your product on a front page of a foreign country's newspaper.
And you do tastings in here?
Yes, we have free tours and free tastings every day, 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday, and 12 to 5 on Sundays.
So you can come in here, and that's a great thing. You try before you buy.
Exactly.
Yeah. And do you find a lot of folks that gravitate toward, I guess, whatever fits their flavor profile? If they like something, they gravitate toward it, don't they?
They do. When it comes to alcohol, it's been my experience after watching so many people try it, that people tend to like a certain kind of flavor. Some like everything, but for most people, they'll find one or two. And we have 13 flavors, so we hope we have something that somebody will enjoy and want to go pick up. You know. Plus, we have a lot of local people from the area come over here just to sample it and bring their friends and family in, and then go to a local retail store and get it there. You know. But we do free tours and tastings. I don't think it's right to charge people for something that you want them to come visit. And we have caramel, which is the favorite so far.
I was going to say, this has been like one of your favorite flavors for folks, isn't it?
Yes. When we started in the beginning, it was a toss-up between caramel or butterscotch of our first flavor. We come out with 100 proof and 150 proof. That's easy. You know, it's just clear alcohol. But the caramel, we chose the caramel because in our research, lots of people testing it, the caramel won out. Plus, caramel is a southern thing, and I think butterscotch is a northern thing. No offense to the north, I like America all the way down. Absolutely.
And you just come out with blackberry not too long ago.
Yeah, we brought blackberry out during April in the spring race, and we sold out of it. You know, and then people's like, well, where's more? So we had to jump through the hoops, make more, and it's been a good seller ever since. So.
All right. So you got great stuff in here. Also doing a little ice cream right now.
Oh yes, that's kind of our little thing we got going. We partnered with Liquorum Holdings in South Carolina, and they are using our moonshine and our rum. We don't have rum on the market. We're using our moonshine and rum exclusively in making of the ice cream. All
right. So got a little something for everybody, and you love the fact that you're right here where you grew up.
Absolutely.
I mean, you like being here where you're at right now, don't you?
Well, I love the Appalachians. I love Piney Flats, Elizabeth, and the whole Tri-City area. When I was in the Navy, I literally saw more countries than I did states. And I've been to several states now too. And while I like visiting, I like traveling, this is home. I mean, where else can you be with the mountains, the temperature, the people? And it's just, this is moonshine territory, right? So why not in the heart of Appalachia have the best moonshine in the country?
Piney Roberson, thanks for having us
Chris,
out today.
Thank you very much.
All right, a true hidden gem here in Piney Flats.